For honor tips for the Lawbringer. Anyway, the Lawbringer at first can be tough to play as because most of his attacks take forever to wind up before actually hitting. But the thing is, Lawbringer isn't really about too much of the heavy hitting. He's mostly about the pushing and the pulling uh, of your enemy until they get so dizzy that they won't even know where you're attacking from. And what I mean is because on his moveset he's got the special perk of the stunning top heavy attacks. If you smack somebody in the head with a top heavy um, very long strike, you'll actually kind of give them a little concussion, which well, basically will not let them see your guard position, well, unless you count, well, that's only counting the little, how do you call it, triangle, that upside down triangle that tells you where the guard position is at. And also, the thing is, you can still see the guy's axe moving around, so it's not that useful, but then also it's pretty good. He has 4 chain attacks, 1 finisher chain attack, but one of those chain attacks has a unblockable heavy attack at the end, Judge, Jury, and Executioner. That's probably the one you'll probably try to use the most. I couldn't really pull it off here because blocking. And talking about blocking and defense, Lawbringer, basically the variability of defense on him is mostly relied on your ability to parry, because then you'll be able to do the most of the other cool moves that you can do, like you parry the guy and then how do you call, either do a side to side and do a impaling reposture, and then blind justice, which will stun the enemy, and also it's unblockable. You parry the guy and then you go ahead for a top heavy attack. Light reposture, which is parry and a light attack, and make way, which is I'm not sure, but in the small section in the game is basically a 360 attack. I'm not sure because you actually see me charge the enemy with like an impaling reposture. Make way is very good for when you're actually being surrounded by a lot of people. Then there's the regular old tactical push and shoves. First, the long arm. Now this one is going to be good if you combine it with the shove, which is basically the shoulder charge from the Warden. The only thing is that you can't like charge it up and fling yourself at the enemy. You have to be like kind of close to them. But you can dodge sideways or forward. So if you go backwards, then you'll do the long arm, which will toss the person over top of your head, which is pretty useful. Then the shove alternate, which is a block and an X, block and a guard break. This is a pretty good tactic, especially when going up against some of the other heroes. And the shove mix-up is always pretty good to use. A heavy attack and a guard break, and you'll be able to, I'd say with all these crazy mix-ups and shoves and whatnot, you can definitely throw somebody off the map. Especially with the impaling charge, while you're sprinting, just hit the heavy attack. The only thing is, don't use this every single time, because it'll start to get predictable, and then people will start parrying you, deflecting you, and or even just blocking you, because it's kind of obvious, kind of like the Storm Rush from Orochi. Also, I'd say for this guy, always, or at least try to always, start a chain or very like heavy hitting attack after you kind of disable your opponent or parry your opponent, or probably even have a teammate smack him a little bit. And I'd say that is a pretty good tactic, especially for this guy, since most of his attacks take quite a long time to actually hit the guy. And also you really another things to practice parrying, which is very good to practice because most of your actual defense kind of relies on and also even a little bit of offense because you parry the guy, he kind of stumbles a little bit, so you can start your chain attacks, your unblockables, and probably even throw him off the map. But anyway, smack that like button, hit the sub, drop the comment, and I'll see you guys later for another video on the channel. Well, I'm out of here.